Hello, this is Dawn at Plot Chronicles, and today is Favorite Author Day, but I have an important question to ask all of you. One thing I kind of want to do on this channel is on my other channel, Sensible Living with Money Mom. I think overall I've been pretty good about getting right to the point. I still want to do that over here, but I want it to be a little more casual over here occasionally. And I need your help with something. Okay, I bought this really adorable kitty backpack. I don't know if you think it's cute, but I just absolutely love it. Look at its legs. It almost looks real. Look at its back. I mean, this thing is so adorable. It's so soft. I need your help. I need to find a name for her. I actually bought it for my daughter. My daughter's like, Mom, it's so nice. I don't want to use it. And I'm like, well, I'll use it then. And so we're kind of sharing it as a family. I haven't taken her. This is a girl kitty, okay? I haven't taken her anywhere, but this is my question. What do you like the kitty, and do you think it's adorable? And look at its long tail. Anyway, and what would you like her name to be? What do you think would be a good name for her? And leave it in the comments below. So that is a very important matter I wanted to get to. Now, Favorite Author Day. I thought I would take another author that I actually love that hasn't written a book in a long time. And this is from like the early 90s, but I still really like her because she's easy to read. I like books that have a flow. And it's Amy Decision. She was the author of the Tightwad Gazette series. She also did a newsletter, and I subscribed to her newsletter for a while. But then by the time I was subscribing, I think I got it for like a year and a half or so, and then she decided to retire. And so that's part of the reason that they lived as frugally as they did. They had a bunch of goals and they wanted to retire and so that they could enjoy their life. And so that's kind of where you know, what she did with all of her money is they invested it and retired. Plus her husband was in the military, and I know he had a pension from that as well. And so, you know, I've actually spoken to Amy Decision on the phone a couple times. Very talkative, very friendly, very brilliant. And I asked her, hey, are your kids very frugal? And she said she has 6 children. She said they're not as frugal as her, but they all have a little bit of the frugal gene, but some of them aren't as frugal, but you know, they all have some frugality in them. So kind of balanced, I guess. But I love the Tightwad Gazette series, and even though some of these tips may not be relevant, they're really relevant. But I want to tell you really quickly what I love about Amy Decision. Okay, and a lot of the channels that are frugality channels, there's so many wonderful ones out there. But there's some people, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with this, that really live what I call a bare bones budget, extreme frugality, and they kind of feel like everyone should be doing that. Some people really think that. They judge you if you spend money on something that they think is, quote, not a need. Like something popular to say in the frugal community is that a need or is it a want? You know, and it's like, well, let's just be blunt. Was this a need or a want? It definitely wasn't a need. Do I have buyer's remorse? No, I do not. I'm glad I bought her, and I don't regret it at all. Do I buy stuff like this several times a month? No, like once a month, if that. So, but that's kind of what I love about Amy is she is not judgmental about how other people spend their money. And she even tells people, hey, this is a process. This has taken me a long time to get to this. It's kind of like if somebody's been eating junk food all their life and then all of a sudden they're supposed to eat, quote, clean and healthy. Are they going to be able to do it overnight? I mean, I've heard of people that throw out all their bad food and they just have all the good food. I'd be running out to the garbage to dig out those Oreos and Chips Ahoy because it would bother me to see that yummy stuff go to waste. I'd eat it all and then say, well, we'll start tomorrow. But anyway, so what I love about Amy is she's all about balance. And I'm a big person that believes in that too. Don't judge other people. Don't compare yourself to other people because she didn't do that. But she's creative. She always thought of fun ideas. What's really good about her, though, and part of the reason why it's easy for her to be frugal, is because she basically, they did a lot of their own stuff themselves, okay? I mean, they repaired a lot, they fixed a lot, they painted, she sewed, she mended, all of that stuff, that helps you to be frugal. But you have to have time. And so if you're working, say, a 70-hour week, you know, with transportation and everything, you're not going to be able to have the time to be able to do all the things. But I'm just going to give you a few examples in here. Like this one, let me look here. Okay, like how to slash your food bill in half, 10 painless ways to save $100 this year, saving money on health insurances, lifestyles of the frugal and obscure, okay, cooking meals for pennies. And she gives a menu, and I think at that time their grocery budget for a family of 6, I don't remember exactly how much it was. I think it was not even $300 a month, I know that. But they went shopping once a month, okay? And they gardened and all that. Bringing up baby on cheap, you know, the art of creative deprivation, cheap travel tricks, you know, all that kind of stuff. I actually think I'm going to go back and read some of these. And then the other one, how to avoid credit and debt disaster, getting the most out of your vegetable garden, how to sell your home, you know, all this. And I won't read all of them. But if you've never read them, I highly recommend taking these out from the library and just skimming them. There's a lot of really great ideas in there, and I think it's definitely worth the read. So I wish that one of her kids would have started a YouTube channel. I would have loved that, but I'm sure they want to live a private life. Now, Amy and her husband, I haven't talked to her in a few years, but they live in Leeds, Maine, or they did. And I told Amy, I said, I might call you once every few years. And she said she's okay with that. She didn't even, what's weird is she didn't even, you know, I don't know if you still can, but you used to be able to look up her phone number and call her, you know. So I really enjoy her. I think I think these books are great reading. Have you read any of the Tightwad Gazette? Let me know. I know this went over 5 minutes. I hope you don't mind. And I love you, appreciate you. And I hope you come back for tomorrow's video. Bye, everybody.